acknowledge the incredible site work done by Howard Hayward. The man
Wandering the
with
site.
a long white beard. He mowed it, he thatched it, he raked it, he mowed it again, and then he put this new entrance in. So we were a little worried about it at first, about the beginning of the summer, whether it was going to be able to be used, but he did a beautiful job of setting it up. My name is Ellen Stonevis. I'm the library director here in West Bridgewater, and this has been our Summer of Thoreau, because this summer marks the 200th birthday of Henry David Thoreau. And so we thought, as a wonderful ending to our summer of studying and reading and experiencing all the things about Thoreau that we love, it would be fitting to read a few words of Thoreau, his most famous quotes, so you'll have recognized them. He said, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discovered that I had not lived." And I think we can all agree that being here all together at Press Landing, this is living! He also said very famously, "In wildness is the preservation of the world." And that's so deep and so rich, and I hope we all think about that. So we are very lucky to have the Mark Mandeville Band join us today. We've got on dobro, and Mark on guitar, and Raianne on ukulele, and Nick from Worcester is going to be our song leader. Does everybody have a songbook? All right. This is a participatory experience. So we want everybody to sing. If you feel like dancing, get up and dance. I know my granddaughter Vivi will probably be up there moving around too. So please enjoy this beautiful occasion, and thank you for coming, Mark.
Welcome, everybody. The booklet you have is in alphabetical order, so you can find the songs. We're not singing them in the order they're in the book. So we're going to start with a song most of you know, and it's a little bit rowdy and energetic. If I Had a Hammer, it's under I, which comes after H before J, for those of you who aren't certain. And be ready to sing along. If I had a hammer, I'd a hammer in the morning, I'd a hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd a hammer out danger, I'd a hammer out warning, I'd a hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd a ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, we got a song, sing along. I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Now I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Nice way to start. Give yourselves a hand. This has been promoted as an Americana sing-along. Anybody know what Americana actually is? Americana is anything that was traditionally American, but also the music that has come out of that. That last song is not an old song. That was written by Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes, the Weavers, back in the day, but in the theme of Americana. So the next song we're going to sing is appropriate to the location, and appropriate because it is an old traditional song. You don't have to know these songs to sing along. There's choruses, you catch on real quick. You can be rowdy, you don't have to have a voice. I've been told that too. So the next song we're going to do, as you know, this is, most of you call it the town river. I've been informed it's also the non-contestant river, is that right? So we're going to sing some river songs today, and the first one is Red River Valley. It's a little mellower. That doesn't mean you can't sing loudly. And again, you don't have to know it. There is a chorus. From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathways a while. Now the chorus, sing along. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the girl that has loved you so true. Won't you think of this valley you're leaving? Oh, how lonely and sad it will be. Don't cry. Or just think of the fond heart you are breaking and the grief you are causing to me. Hear it. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the girl that has loved you so true. You're getting the hang of the chorus. From this valley they say you are going. When you go, may your darling go too. Would you leave her behind unprotected when she loves no one other but you? Come on. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the girl that has loved you so true. Last verse. As you go to your home by the ocean, may you never forget those sweet hours that we spent in the Red River Valley and the love we exchanged mid the flowers. Last chance, nice and loud. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the girl that has loved you so true. Now the band gets to show off. Well, you get to show off. I do? I'm singing Spanky's part. No, I get to show off. With a song that's been on a couple of their albums. Mark and Raianne are the founders of the Massachusetts Walking Tour. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that exciting event. Yes, Barry is. Besides that, how many of you are familiar with it? Every June, Mark and Raianne and their friends Mark and Amy and anybody else who wants to join them, like some crazy old radio host who wants to kill his knees, they pick about 200 miles of Massachusetts railways. 110, whatever.
500 miles.
He's building us up into mythology.
Over the course of a couple of weeks, they hike maybe 8-10 miles a day, camp out, put on a free concert in every town they come to. They've done it here, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
You know, and they do it to raise awareness of local arts and raise awareness of Massachusetts trails and green spaces. And this song, the last couple of years, has been your opening song, right? More than a couple, for a few, yes. And I've actually never sung this with them before.
Nope.
But Mark Kiliansky isn't here, so
We've never sung it with him before, so I'd appreciate all of your help. It will make it seamless.
we'll start with the chorus. You'll figure it out real easy. It's Sow 'em on the Mountain. So go to S. It's the one that's after R. There you go. It's S, Sow 'em on the Mountain. And it's a caution, a moral lesson, I think this song is. Wouldn't you think so?
Yes.
Sow 'em on the mountain, is that right?
Meow, meow.
Ready? Why does he always do like catfish commercials? Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you... Let's try that with everybody now, okay? Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. If you've been lying, you better stop your lying. If you've been lying, you better stop your lying. If you've been lying, you better stop your lying. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Now your turn. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. If you've been cheating, you better stop your cheating. If you've been cheating, you better stop your cheating. If you've been cheating, you better stop your cheating. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. If you've been stealing, you better quit your stealing. If you've been stealing, you better quit your stealing. If you've been stealing, you better quit your stealing. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. If you've been warring, you better stop your warring. If you've been warring, you better stop your warring. If you've been warring, you better stop your warring. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Last time. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. Sow 'em on the mountain, reap 'em in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. You're gonna reap just what you sow.
Okay, thank you, Sam. That's pretty great.
Americana can be anything that sort of fits the pattern of American tradition, and of course, this is perhaps the only Americana song we're going to sing tonight written by a Nobel laureate. So let's go to the B's, please, and let's sing Blowing in the Wind. Mellow out a little bit. How many of you know this? How many of you don't know it? We're going to do it. Nice and soft, not too slow. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? And how many seas must a white dove sail before he sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonball fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he sees the sky? And how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Nice job. I saw some of you who haven't been singing earlier singing along. Count on some of you to dive in. The next song we're going to do, you notice there's a certain theme to some of these things, a moral compass, if you will. If you've been warring, you better stop your warring. Too many people have died. Well, they're old traditional songs too that make us want to study war no more. So we're going to go Down by the Riverside. Begins with a D. Down by the Riverside. What key in, Mark?
We're in D.
We're in D. Get it? Down by the Riverside in D. I like that. Okay, it's a little rowdier, a little faster.
Can we share a brief story?
You go ahead. It's your show.
The last time that Mark and I sang this song was with Jerry Springer. Folks know who that is? So he doesn't do that crazy TV show anymore. Now he's a local guy. He lives in Ohio. And he has a podcast that he does. And he tapes it with a live audience. And he has musicians come on and play. So we got to play a couple songs, which he loved. And he bought our CD. They always close out the podcast with this song. So we got to sing it with Jerry Springer, singing it with us. You know what? He's got a pretty good voice.
Definitely a benchmark in our career. We did not.
No paternity tests or bizarre.
Yes, nothing.
Gonna lay down. Is that right?
Yep.
Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna stick my sword in the golden sand down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Gonna stick my sword in the golden sand down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. Nice and loud. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. One last verse. I'm gonna talk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna talk with the Prince of Peace down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Nice and loud, folks. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Thank you all. You guys sound great. Yes, even you. You sound great.
It doesn't matter if you don't sound good. The fact of the matter is it's just community and we're all singing together and all your voices matter no matter how they sound.
Woo! Make a joyful noise. Nothing about keeping
Yeah,
it.
joyful
That's
noise
right.
never meant sweet or sounds good. It just meant joyful.
Speaking of joyful, we thought we'd do the first of probably 3 or 4 national songs we're going to do today. We're going to do America the Beautiful. It's near the front of your book. You all should know this one, even those who haven't been singing yet.
I think it's really telling of a generation. Raianne and I once played a 4th of July concert for the senior center in a town near us. So obviously you're performing for a certain demographic when you get a gig at a senior center. But what we found was when we were performing all these patriotic songs that might not have had the same meaning for us growing up in our 20s and our 30s. So many people it meant so much more to. So many people stood up during the whole entire concert. Some people saluted the entire time. These songs mean a lot to a lot of people in this country. And they maybe perhaps should even mean more to the little guy. But they're growing up at a different time. I wonder what their songs are. And I really hope they're not just Taylor Swift songs. Their songs are okay.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee. America, and thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in love. You guys sounded really nice.
Yeah, I don't know if
I know the second verse of the Star Spangled Banner. We might get to that. Who knows? We're now going to get a little historical, truly deeply rooted Americana. There's a lot of traditional songs that go way back. These next three are songs that all come from the era of Henry David Thoreau. He may have known the first one. He certainly was an abolitionist, and these particular songs are all from a African-American spiritual tradition. But the African-American spiritual tradition weren't just religious songs. They were also coded songs. Songs that had secret meanings to those trying to move on, to those facing greater expectations. We're going to sing three of them with a little break in between. The first one is about expectation. The first one is the fact that, yes, there is hope, because, you know something? If Pharaoh's Army gets drowned, then those bad guys get drowned too, and you can be free. The most common name in folk music, first name actually in all music, is Mary. And that's what this song is about. And we'll start with the chorus. We'll do the chorus a couple of times so you get it. Give me a note. Oh, touch. Weep, don't. Got it. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, hold on, what key? G, as in gosh golly. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Try it again. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. I wonder what Satan's yelling about way down below, and he can't get out 'cause Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. God sent Noah a rainbow sign, promised a fire, not a flood next time, as Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. One of these days, about 12 o'clock, this whole world's gonna reel and rock, 'cause Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Nice and loud, folks. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. If I could, I surely would stand on the rock where Moses stood, watching Pharaoh's army get drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you one last time. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Oh, Mary, don't you weep, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Woo! Nice job. Our next song, Mark and Raianne, their band, sing it pretty regularly on the walking tour.
Yeah, it's become a staple in our set. It's a song called Follow the Drinking Gourd, which has some interesting history behind it. It is a code song as far as its theme. It's code that the slaves would use to sing to themselves to find their way north on the Underground Railroad. But it was popularized, it seems, by the Weavers. One of the members of the Weavers published it and added some verses just to flesh it out a little bit. And now some people are wondering whether or not it has any business being sung. Very interesting. Because he added lyrics to it after the fact of that time period in history.
Oh, it's the 20.
So what's the drinking gourd?
I think I'm off.
Drinking gourd, does anybody here know what the drinking gourd is? Especially, how about if you're under the age of 15? I would like an answer from you. Do you know what a drinking gourd is? Does anybody have any guesses? Not at all. Okay, I'll turn to the adults now. What is a drinking gourd? It's the Big Dipper in the song. That's what they mean. A gourd, of course, being a hollowed out squash, basically, to hold water or hold something.
Which is a very similar shape to the Big Dipper.
And the North Star to freedom.
North Star of freedom. So imagine people walking out late at night looking for that Big Dipper and trying to follow it. And the things that they might come across and the places they might have to walk, like up the riverbank, probably in the water, probably knee deep in mud if they were around here.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of these towns in Massachusetts are very historically relevant as far as the Underground Railroad is concerned.
Some of the Bay Circuit Trail, which we hiked a few years ago when we came through here, some of the Bay Circuit Trail is where the Underground Railroad route was.
So we'll sing a little bit of this and feel free to sing along. When the sun comes up and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd, for the old man's waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd.
Well, the riverbank makes a mighty good road.
Dead trees show you the way. Barefoot, barefoot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. You got to follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Well, the great big Ohio meets the little Tennessee. Follow the drinking gourd, for the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd.
It's a new day coming and it won't be long.
Follow the drinking gourd. And all of God's children gonna sing this song. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. You got to follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking
Mark Mandeville, Raianne Richards, feet on the dobro, ladies and gentlemen. Always worth checking out. All right.
The last verse that we sang on that song is from the Weavers version, and I'm sorry that it wasn't English. That's the version that we wrote. It's interesting how a song like that can change, right? That's what when they talk about traditional music, at least my interpretation of it, that's what they mean. They want the song to become tradition
generously donated his time to mow this place and have it all clear for you here. He was saying how it's the community's job to take care of this property, not the town, not the state. It's the community's job and responsibility, right? To take care of this place so it can stay like this. No town meetings necessary. Just people coming together like this to rake every so often, enjoy a morning together, or maybe plant some things in a community garden which might be in the horizon for this place.
Our last coded song, really, it's kind of different. Oh Mary, Don't You Weep was a song of hope. One of these days. And of course, Follow the Drinking Gourd was a song of practical use, because they tell folks to follow that drinking gourd. Follow the Big Dipper, the North Star of Freedom. This next one actually comes just after or during the Civil War. It's the only song I know of this Americana tradition, that became a #1 hit back in 1961. And on the pop chart, it's Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and it comes from the Georgia Sea Islands, which during the Civil War, when the Emancipation Proclamation came through, all the slave owners left the islands entirely. And so all the African Americans, the former slaves, basically inhabited the islands. That's where you get the Gullah Patois and you get those traditions out there. Well, this was a song about how crossing from the mainland to the island meant crossing to a place that was now free. And that the water might be cold, but it won't chill your soul, and there's milk and honey on the other side. The Georgia Sea Island song, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and we're going to sing it the cool. Michael row the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael row the boat ashore, hallelujah. One more time. Michael row the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael row the boat ashore, hallelujah. Sister helped to trim the sail, hallelujah. Sister helped to trim the sail, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. River Jordan is chilly and cold, hallelujah. Chills the body, but not the soul, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. The river is deep and the river is wide, hallelujah. Milk and honey on the other side, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. One more time. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Nicely done. This next song is the only a cappella, no instrumental song of the night, because we're going to get into a maritime phase. I realize this is a river, but what people don't realize is there's an awful lot of great Americana music in the maritime tradition. Over here we have my friend Mary. Mary's got a concertina over there, a wonderful maritime instrument as well. And she's also the host of the annual Dodo's Garden Mini Folk Festival in Newport every summer. But
just because Mary's got her hand on her face, I want to mention this too. Does everybody know who this man is? Why he's talking at you as an authority on folk music and sing-alongs? Raise your hand if you do not know who this man is. See?
Oh my goodness.
We didn't introduce him. This is Nick Noble. He's the host of a radio program on WICN out of Worcester. The radio program is called The Folk Revival every Thursday night. He has been doing this for how many years?
10 years.
10 years as the host and authority on folk revival, folk music, and also local folk music still happening in the area today.
Mark and Raianne have been on my show probably more than anybody else, or pretty close to it.
I've also heard Nick do an entire 4-hour show of nothing but sea shanties. So if you like sea shanties, if you like any kind of folk music, really, he's your guy. You can go on Facebook while the show is on. There's a live chatting group. And you can plug in requests there. You can say, I would love to hear this song.
You won't get them all the time,
But he'll try.
but I'll try. So, here's a Maritime song. I'm going to teach you the chorus, some of you may know it. All right, I think is it in the book? Yes, the Eddie Stone Light, with an E, the Eddie Stone Light. I think it is in there. It's the only moderately R-rated song, too, I'm sorry, but it'll make it work. Here's the chorus. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. Let's try it. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. My father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light. He slept with a mermaid one fine night. From this union there came 3, a porpoise, a porgy, and the other was me. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. One night as I was a trimmin' of the glim, a-singing a verse of the evening hymn, a voice from starboard shouted, ahoy! And there was me mother sitting on a buoy. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. Oh, what has become of my children 3? My mother then she asked of me. One was exhibited as a talking fish. The other was served in a chafing dish. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. The phosphorus flashed in her seaweed hair. I looked again and my mother wasn't there. A voice came echoing out of the night. To hell with the keeper of the Eddystone Light. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. I hope that whetted your appetite for a couple of Maritime songs. Maritime songs traditionally are about unpleasant or inappropriate topics, but we managed to survive anyway with those songs. Mark and Raianne mentioned the show I do every year that's nothing but Maritime Songs. That's going to be September 14th this year on my radio show, and it is I invite to perform folks from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They're part of the annual Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. Has anybody here ever been to the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival? Mary has. Anybody else? It's the last full weekend in September, the last real September weekend. I think this year it's the 22nd, 23rd. And it is free, free, although I might shove a donation bucket in your face, but it is free, and you hear maritime music all through the weekend, all around the city of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It's a lot of fun. Well, here's a song that actually comes from New Bedford, and I think 2 years ago I sang this in D. It's in D. It's called "'Tis Advertised in Boston," sometimes called "Blow Ye Winds Hi Ho." And it is, I sang 2 years ago on the walking tour in New Bedford. I sang this song because it is sort of a New Bedford song, I guess. But it's kind of rowdy and fun to get along with. Did you say in D? Advertised in Boston. Right. Tis advertised in Boston, New York, and Buffalo. Blow your winds high. Oh, yes, in there.
It's under T.
T for "'tis advertised."
Tis.
Not it
T for
is.
Tiz.
Tis. Tis ad. I gotta hear it again. Give me a chord.
Stop. Yeah, did I throw you off?
It's advertised in Boston. Buffalo, 500. Okay. Tis advertised in Boston, New York, and Buffalo. 500 brave Americans a wailing for to go, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. They send you to New Bedford town, that famous whaling port, and hand you to a land shark who will board and fit you out, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. They tell you of the clipper ships a running in and out. They say you'll take 500 sperm before you're 6 months out, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. And now we're out to sea, my boys, the winds begin to blow, with half the watch a sick on deck, the other half below, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. The skippers on the quarterdeck a squinting at the sail, when up aloft the lookout spies a mighty school of whale, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. Then lower down the boats, my boys, and after him we'll travel, but if you get too near his tail, he'll knock you to the devil, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. And now we've caught a whale, my boys, so bring him alongside, and with your sharpened blubber hooks we'll rob him of his hide, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. And now we're home, our ship made fast, and we are done with sailing, a brim and glass, a buxom lass, and damn this blubber whaling, singing blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds hi-ho, clear away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. Feel the deck rocking on your feet there? Our last maritime song, not our last song, we got plenty of songs to go, we've only been going for about an hour. Our last maritime song that we're going to do right now is Blow the Man Down. How many know this song, Blow the Man Down? Oh, we got a few people who know it, 1, 2, 3 and a half.
I know that Nick here is very good at projecting his voice, but you guys could do a little bit better because all I'm hearing is him. I'd really like to rate. If I could hear a little bit more from you guys, it would help level things out.
Have not I been encouraging them to be louder? Have not I been doing that?
Maybe they just need the right kind of encouragement.
You like drown me out.
I'm just saying.
Incentive,
if
yes.
If it works, incentive is a good thing. What?
What key? C? I know that means yes, so what key are we in? Below the man down, below the man down, is that right? Below the man down, please, below the man down, to be way, hey, below the man down, below the man down, please, below the man down, give me some time to blow the man down. A little louder, folks. As I was walking down Paradise Street, to be way, hey, below the man down, a pretty young damsel I chanced for to meet. Give me some time to blow the man down. So I tailed her my flipper and took her in tow, to be way, hey, below the man down. Yard arm to yard arm, away we did go. Give me some time to blow the man down. But as we were going, she said unto me, to be way, hey, blow the man down. There's a spanking full rigger just ready for sea. Give me some time to blow the man down. She was very well manned and was very well found, to be way, hey, below the man down. As soon as that packet was clear of the bar, give me some time. I got the verses all mixed up. That's okay. But soon as that packet was clear of the bar, to me way below the man down, the mate knocked me down with the end of a spar. Give me some time to blow the man. You're almost drowning me out. Keep trying. 'Twas devilish hard treatment of every degree, to me way below the man down. Give you fair warning, or out to the sea. Give me some time to blow the man down.
These guys over here are doing a really good job.
So I give you fair warning, for we belay to be way below the man down. Don't ever take heed of what pretty girls say. Give me some time to blow the man down. First verse again. Blow the man down, please blow the man down. To be way below the man down. Blow the man down, please blow him right down. Give me some time to blow the man down. So our last maritime song is kind of a cautionary tale. I'll leave you parents out there to explain to the children. All right. Our next song is a favorite piece of Americana. We think of old traditional songs as being, we don't know their authors. But the first great American songwriter began writing in the 1830s and 40s. And Stephen Foster really carried on the Americana spirit in many, many ways. You don't hear a lot of Stephen Foster music these days except on Derby Day when they sing My Old Kentucky Home. But Mark and Raianne and Peter and Doug, who's not here, have put together a wonderful album called Hard Times and Woes, and one of the tracks on that album is this next song. Stephen Foster said if he could be remembered for any one song he wrote, this would be the one he wanted to be remembered for. It's called Hard Times Come Again No More. It is in your book, but I'm going to get out of the way and just sing a little bit of harmony on the chorus while Mark and Raianne and Pete give it a go as they're tuning up. We need another 30 seconds? It's H, Hard Times Come Again No More. It's by Stephen Foster, again, the first great American songwriter. This is also a song most likely that Henry David Thoreau would have been familiar with. Hard Times Come Again No More. You all ready? Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Go for it.
We do a slightly different version, and I do a different second verse than what you guys have in your book there. So
But you guys are only worried about the chorus anyway.
yeah, exactly. And just an interesting little tidbit. So Henry David Thoreau was alive when this song was popular, but he would have seen it as a piece of sheet music. Stephen Foster was not. He had already died when this song was famous. But back then, I mean, maybe there would have been some popular singers if you had gone somewhere where stuff like that was going on. But most people would have been familiar with the song because you would buy a songbook and you would sit at home in your parlor and play on your piano, maybe a parlor guitar, which is a really small guitar that a lot of the guitar companies still make. They're really comfortable. That's what folks did. It was something to do. You'd sit around with these songs and everybody would gather around and sing.
Once upon a time, we once had to entertain ourselves. We didn't have
Before
so
the
many
internet.
magical devices that steal our attention from us all the time. I also want to point out I appreciate the opportunity to sing to you without microphones. It's important. I'm sorry if you can't hear in the way back, but the good thing about that is you could move. I'm just saying, I always promote you doing what's best for you as long as nobody else gets hurt. So this song's called Hard Times Come Again No More.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many while we all sorrow with
All right, now we've got about 7 more songs planned in our schedule, but I thought that maybe we'd try. We can make absolutely no promises. We try to see if there are any requests. Are there any requests? Yes.
I've been working on the railroad.
Have you? Oh, that's the song you want. All right, we'll try that as a request. You all know the song?
It's not in the book.
It's not in the book. I've been working right. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blow? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo. B5, fiddly-I-O. B5, fiddly-I-O, strumming on the old banjo. Thank you. Is it Viv? Is that her name?
Vivian.
Vivian, thank you for requesting that. Obviously, it came from you. Behind us, of course, is the river, the town river, the non-contestant river, and so we're going to sing a river song. And it's called River. Most of you don't know it, although it's written by one of the great New England songwriters, Bill Staines, who will be in this area coming up, as a matter of fact. Pretty cool. So I'm going to teach you the chorus, and then I'll sing the verses. You join in the chorus. It's about a river, and guess what? That's a river. What key are we in?
We're in D.
We're in D. Oh, we haven't done D in a
It's not
while.
under R if you didn't find it.
It's under R, yes. River, take me along. Is that right? Okay, river, here's the chorus. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me your song ever moving and winding and free. You roll an old river, you change an old river. Let's you and me, river, run down to the sea. Let's try it one more time. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song ever moving and winding and free. You roll an old river, you change an old river. Let you and me, river, run down to the sea. I was born in the path of the winter, raised where the mountains are old. The springtime waters came dancing down. I remember the tales they told. The whistling ways of my younger days too quickly have faded on by. But all of their memories linger on like a light in a fading sky. Your turn. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song ever moving and winding and free. You roll an old river, you change an old river. That's you and me, river, come down to the sea. I've been to the city and back again, moved by some things that I've learned. Met a lot of good people and called them friends. Felt the change when the seasons turn. I've heard all the songs that the children sing. Listen to love's melodies. I've felt my own music within your eyes, like the wind in the autumn trees. Now, river, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song ever moving and winding and free. You roll an old river, you change an old river. Let's you and me, river, run down to the sea. Someday when the flowers are blooming still, someday when the grass is still green, my rolling waters will round the bend and flow to the open sea. So here's to the rainbow that followed me here. Here's to the friends that I know. And here's to the song that's within me now. I'll sing it wherever I go. Nice loud last time. River, take me along in your sunshine. Sing me a song ever moving and winding and free. You roll an old river, you change an old river. Let's you and me, river, run down to the sea. An uncontested, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we're going to do another song that was a hit. What people don't remember that sometimes Americana songs aren't American in their origins. After all, we all come from so many different places and parts of the world. This song was actually another hit back in the 1950s, and some of you may know it. Harry Belafonte had a huge hit with it.
Oh yeah.
It's called Jamaica. I didn't know you and Harry were that close. It's called
I
Jamaica
love
Farewell.
his music. I love it.
How many of you know Jamaica Farewell? I got one, I got two, I got three, and I got another half again. All right.
What was Harry's most famous song?
Deo, Deo, Deo. Which, by the way, he didn't have the biggest hit with that song. The Terriers with Alan Arkin singing lead had a bigger hit than Harry did with that song. But then they disappeared and he stuck around.
I want to point out too, a lot of the songs that we're singing today appear in guitar method books, and probably method books for learning instruments across the board. And I spend a lot of time teaching this in Mary Don't You Weep and things like that to real young people playing guitar for the first time. So it's interesting to hear the words.
A lot of these songs are also in this book called Rise Up Singing. And if you play an instrument like piano or guitar or ukulele,
You like to sing?
the leader edition of Rise Up Singing will actually give you the chords. But you can get one that's just for singing as well as it has the lyrics. If you love old songs, please get that book. It's great. It's a great thing to have if you have campfires and things like that where you want to be able to sit around and just sing songs with people. If you have a general idea of the melody. But like Mark said, we've been hearing a lot of the music for this for years and really not been super familiar with the lyrics. So it's nice to put them together, at least from an educator's perspective.
Down the bay.
Jamaica Farewell is what he's doing next.
Jamaica Farewell with the J. What key? C? No meows. Good for you.
Oh man.
Down the bay where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. And I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Down at the market, you can hear ladies cry out, while on their heads they bear ackee rice, salt fish are nice, and the rum is fine any time of year. And I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Oh, back for many a day. My heart everywhere, and the dancing girls swaying to and fro. I must declare my heart is there, though I have been from Maine to Mexico, and I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Oh, I'll be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town, down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. Oh, I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Oh, I'll be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Jamaica farewell. Let's go back to the.
Didn't we do Down by the Riverside already?
No, that was Down by the Riverside.
This is different.
This is
Oh, down to the river.
Down in the River to Pray.
Oh,
Sometimes spiritual songs, the Americana tradition, are simply spiritual songs. A number of recent artists, Alison Krauss and others, have recorded this song. It's absolutely beautiful. Down to the River to Play, under D. What's the key?
D.
D and D again. God, he's good.
Stay close. Stay close to the
Want me to lead it?
Yeah, you lead it.
Okay.
Raianne Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about the good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, let's go down. Don't you wanna go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sinners, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
Raianne Richards. All right, we actually are going to do one more. We're now into our series of 4 farewell songs. We don't have just one farewell song. We have 4 farewell songs.
So we're going to be saying goodbye for a while.
Yeah. And the first is in a maritime tradition. At the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival every September, This is the very last song of the festival on Sunday afternoon. And it's a beautiful way to say goodbye from the sea. And the verse and the chorus are the same, so you just got to get me going. All right.
What is it?
It's called Rolling Home to Old New England, and it's in the key of G. G. Rolling home, I'll start people in the chorus. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee.
Try that again.
Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. Call all hands to man the capstan, set the cable running clear, heave away and oh will boys, for New England we will steer. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. Fare you well, you Spanish maidens, it is time to say adieu. Happy times we've spent together, happy times I've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to me. Round Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and our sails were full of snow. Clear your sheets and sway your halyards, swing her out and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. Up aloft, amid the rigging, blows a wild and rushing gale, like a monsoon in the springtime, filling out each well-known sail. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. And the waves we leave behind us seem to murmur as they flow. There's a hearty welcome waiting in the land which you know. Rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles before, ocean lifts her winds to bring us to that well-remembered shore. Last time. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to old New England, rolling home, dear land to thee. Pete, Raianne, Mark, Marion Constantina. All right, our next good night song, farewell song if you will, was also a huge hit for the Weavers back in 1950, It is the last song I play on my radio show every Thursday evening. The lyrics are kind of grim, but everybody knows the chorus, and it's a great way to say goodbye, isn't it? Good night, Irene. G, and the key?
E.
E. You got me an E again, finally, huh?
Yeah, finally added D.
Good night, Irene, and E. E. No, not O. O is not the key. Last Saturday night I got married, is that right? Oh. No. Last Saturday night I got married, me and my wife, right? Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife have parted. I'm gonna take a little stroll downtown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. But sometimes I take a great notion to jump into the river and drown. Everyone! Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. Now, a cautionary verse. Stop rambling. Stop your gambling. Stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and family and sleep on a fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. You cause me to weep. You cause me to mourn. You cause me to leave my home. But the very last words I heard her say was, sing me one last song. Let's go! Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Okay, I got two more songs. Well, one song for you, two songs for you, really, but you got to do most of the work in the last one. But for this song, it's under T. This Land Is Your Land, written by the late, great Woody Guthrie. I did a Woody Guthrie show a couple of weeks ago, and this past Sunday I did one at the Old Manson Concord, Bound for Glory, put on by the Folk Song Society of Greater Boston. And we're going to sing all the verses. You know, not all the verses usually get sung for this song, but I think it's really important in these days. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me the endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and I rambled and I followed my footsteps o'er sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. And all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California, it's over there, to the New York Islands. From Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, but on the sign it said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That sign was made for you and me. This land is your land, loud! This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. In the shadow of the steeple, I saw my people. By the relief office, I see our people. I stood there hungry, I stood there asking, is this land made for you and me? Let's hear it. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. Let's hear it. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Thank you. This is Pete and Raianne and Mark. I'm Nick. Thank you so much. We have one last song. Gentlemen, hats off. Please stand.
You were close. We're going to do the Star Spangled Banner. He said Pledge of Allegiance. He's been trained really well by school.
Nice. Go for it.
Keep it low.
I'll try. Oh, say
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting